Welcome everyone to the Calgary Inferno home opener at Winsport Arena A. I'm Sandra Brusina and you are watching CWHL Live. Jenna Cunningham with me for another season. So glad to have you with us tonight. We've got a great game on tap between the Calgary Inferno and visiting Shenzhen KRS Vanke Rays. So glad to have you with us for the opener here in Calgary, and looking forward to see what these two teams bring here tonight. The Inferno coming into this game with a record of 1-1. They start the new CWHL campaign with a split in a weekend series last weekend in Montreal. And Jenna, always a good day at the office if you can come away at least with some points against the Les Canadiens.
Absolutely, especially on the first road trip of the season and the first official games of the season. I think Calgary can be really happy with a split. Going into Montreal was always one of the most difficult places to play. They have a great following and they truly do have home ice advantage. So as a Calgary team traveling there and being faced with such a strong Montreal squad, I think they probably came home really happy with a split.
So as for the other side of the ice, the Rays sitting with a 2-1 record. So by the time this weekend is over, they would have played more games than anybody else. So they'll actually play 5 games within 7 days. So it'll be very busy for the Rays. Most recently, they're coming off a midweek loss to Toronto. Then they traveled here to Calgary to play out this weekend set. And of course, I'm sure as the CWHL faithful, this marks season number 2 for the rebranded squad from China. So there are a lot of players, I'd say, just looking down the roster to look out for, including American forward Alex Carpenter. She's leading the team in scoring, had a really good start to this season, 5 points in 3 games. And we're also going to talk a little bit about Jessica Wong throughout the broadcast. She's very familiar here to the Calgarians and to the Inferno, but to you as well. I believe you guys played together.
We did. We played here in Calgary together in one of the earlier seasons, and she's just a fantastic player, both on the ice and off the ice. I think when you think of what the KRS is built for and what they're trying to achieve in China, I can't think of another or a better ambassador and someone to learn from. So I know that team's really lucky to have her, and you can just see as the last year progresses and this year, I think we're just going to see her continue to grow as an athlete and push forward those Chinese national players.
She was actually on the Sportsnet broadcast yesterday during the Flames game when they were playing the Predators here at the Saddle Dome, and she had mentioned to Ryan Leslie the reason she went to China, she felt she had retired and she was ready to move on from hockey and stuff, but the fact that she can mix both of her cultures together, so being a Canadian and having a Chinese background and then being able to combine it and just bring the sport to another region of the world that maybe doesn't know that much about hockey like she does.
Absolutely. I think when we look at this Vanke Rays team, we talk about building that Chinese team and getting them ready for the Beijing Olympics, but it's also provided some Canadians with Chinese heritage, like you said, to really embrace their heritage and have an opportunity to go back, even learn about their culture or be in their culture more than they would have ever had before. So it's an experience on both ends, and I think all players on that team are benefiting in a variety of capacities.
Yeah, so they're going to be busy, a stretch of 5 games within 7 days, and one of those games happening tonight. We've got a really quick turnaround also for the two teams. So it's actually 8 o'clock here in Calgary Mountain Time, so we've got a late puck drop. It's part of this triple header in the CWHL today. We're closing things out here in Calgary, and then tomorrow we start things off at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time, so it's going to be a late night and an early morning for these players, for us too, because we'll be broadcasting it on the radio. Very excited about that. But as a player, how do you deal with such a very short turnover in terms of your time on the ice?
It's definitely tricky. I think, you know, when you get to this level of the game, you've been through this before. You know what you need to do to prepare. You need to have that cool down at the end of the game. You need to make sure that you're prepping your body for the next day. I think these players are well adapted to it, and just like in men's hockey, they're so physically fit now, and they're in such incredible shape, and they have all of those strategies and means to kind of get themselves ready for that second game. So I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think the pure excitement of it being the first home weekend as well is going to help tomorrow morning.
And you mentioned that it is the home opener here for the Calgary Inferno, and a lot of new faces, familiar faces also returning. They were on the Olympic squad, but a number of new Americans. And I joked about this with General Manager Kristen Haig. I said, you have two sister duos. This never happens. I'm sure sisters have played together before, but we've got the Hickles and we've got the Murrays, and luckily we have the name bars with the initials so we can tell them apart. But that's kind of neat this season too, isn't it?
Yeah, I think like you said, it's not often that you get a set of sisters, let alone two sets of sisters, and I'm sure for them too to have the opportunity to play at this level and in this league together is pretty special. And it just goes to show also that they clearly have a strong hockey lineage, and so it'll be fun to watch both those sets of sisters over the course of this season.
Now, to make things a little bit easier, they don't play the same position. So we have Eden Murray, she's a forward, and then on the back end we have Kelly Murray, she is a blue liner as well. Tori Hickle, she's a blue liner, and then her sister is a forward, Zoe Hickle. So we won't have too much confusion, but if you are wondering, hey, why are we mentioning the Murrays and Hickles so much? That's why we're mentioning them so much.
Absolutely, and what's interesting too is Zoe Hickle played for the KRS last year, so I think it's going to be an exciting weekend for her too, to see some familiar faces and compete against some of her old teammates today.
So puck drop just moments away here in the Calgary Inferno home opener. We'll have a ceremonial puck drop, and we will also have the anthems.
He's been an instrumental part in developing female hockey in Canada, and he was one of the first coaches of the Calgary Oval Extreme, and an assistant coach for the women's national team at the 2002 Olympics. Would the captains for both teams please join them at center ice for the ceremonial puck drop? At this time, we ask you to please rise with your hats and join the singing of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Libby Clark as she sings the Canadian national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in
So opening puck drop just moments away here from Winsport Arena A. It is a beautiful Saturday night here in Calgary. Beautiful fall evening. And we'll see what happens in this home opener. The Inferno coming into this with a 1-1 record, visiting Shenzhen, sitting with 2-1 after a midweek loss to Toronto. And of course, this is part of a triple header in the CWHL today. Couple of final scores already for you, as of course we are the late game. Toronto beat Worcester 2-1 thanks to Natalie Spooner scoring 2 this afternoon, and Montreal with a 5-1 victory over Markham. That hands Markham its first loss of this early CWHL season. Former Inferno Jill Saunier with a couple of goals in that one. So we'll see what happens here, and if the Inferno can put together a little bit of a winning streak.
Yeah, I think the key is for them to really start off this home stretch on a good note. They want to get out there and get moving quick. They know that China's not only had to travel in the last little bit, but also has played 3 games already. And so when you think of that, you, as an Inferno player, you want to make sure that you're getting out there and you're all over them right from the beginning. You want to really put that pressure on them and force them to get their feet going.
Now in goal for the Calgary Inferno this evening, again, it is Alex Rigsby, the American, making her 3rd consecutive start in between the pipes for the Inferno. Good start for her last weekend, 1-1. She has a 1.52 goals against average, a 9.30 save percentage. On the other side of the ice, Nora Ratu, what else can you say about her? She has been phenomenal on the international stage and had a great debut in the CWHL, so we'll see what happens tonight. She already has a shutout on this season, and action now underway here in Calgary. An early face-off win for Shenzhen. That puck is played into the Calgary end. Johnston will track it down. Looking for a couple of options here, but Shenzhen, well done on that forecheck. Battling for it on that far wall.
This is a great pace to start from Shenzhen right now. They're getting in there and they're all over Calgary to start this first.
So Calgary now with a breakaway opportunity. They've got 4 players in deep right now, and we'll talk a little bit about Calgary's new formation going forward, but we'll put a break on that first. Decker shot on goal. That goes off the side of the net. Nice pinch there by Leslie, and Shenzhen will clear that out. And now Bellamy, one of the new Americans, she grabs the puck here for the Inferno deep in their own end. Battle on the near wall.
That's just a great battle there by Carpenter, getting in there hard on Bellamy. Those two know each other really well, and we're going to see a lot of that today. Just like those having that awareness and knowing what to expect from the other team is a huge advantage.
Leslie tried an outlet pass there to Jenner, but it was broken up, and now Loon with it dumps it in. Krasaniak decides to get it for the Inferno, tries to get it to her defensive partner Laquette, but back to Shenzhen. Early stop there for Alex Rigsby. She'll like to get her hand on the puck, and that's her first save of the evening. 0-0 here at the 18:32 mark of the first period.
This is definitely what Shenzhen wanted to do to start this period. After traveling, like I said, they don't look like they've had a travel day or the fact that they've played 3 games. So great start by them so far.
Face-off win there for Brianne Jenner, and the Inferno will look to get it out of their own end and work their way out. Chance now for Hovey. She comes from Finland, new to the Inferno this season. Ing now for Shenzhen. Ing still with the puck, leaves it for Anderson. Nice shot on goal, equally good save by Rigsby. She takes it off the shoulder, hits the netting, and will get a face-off.
So we're going to see a lot of on-man rushes here by Shenzhen, and that's just a product of the system that Calgary's playing, and it's the tornado system. So you're going to see a lot more offense come from it, but with that leaves them exposed to those odd-man rushes going the other way, and we've already seen a couple of those tonight.
We talked to Shannon Miller earlier this week, and she said the first game versus Montreal last week, she said defense was optional, and that's the way the game was. So everybody's getting used to these new routines and these new formations early on in the season, and like Jenna said, we'll keep an eye out for that specific torpedo, and Jenna's good at explaining the X's and O's of that. So Calgary with a breakaway pass now, and it looks like no icing there. Left behind the net, and Ratu plays it. Whiffed on that pass. Chance now for Leslie, but she's dispatched of the puck. Johnston with a good stick. Calgary trying to keep it in the zone. They do, albeit only momentarily. Looking for an outlet pass there for Shenzhen, shot on goal, goes over Rigsby's glove. Decker, Brianna Decker behind the net. Shenzhen plays it behind. Back to Miller, shot on goal, that goes wide. Rigsby elected to hang on to that, and we'll get a quick whistle as the referee lost sight of that puck. So Rigsby had a little bit of work early in this period here. It's 0-0. She's faced a couple of shots, but for her, I'm sure it's nice to just get a feeling of that puck, especially on the ice here at Winsport, because she hasn't played a game here yet.
Yeah, for sure. I think getting those first couple of shots, making those first saves is key to her finding her groove today and just getting situated here in Calgary.
Good battle there on the face-off. Mercer wins it for Shenzhen, but Calgary comes away with it. Curio plays it to the center of the ice. Now a chance for Calgary. One-on-one, looking for a pass. That one goes wide. Curio fighting for it. And back into the Shenzhen end. That pass deflected, gets caught up in a little bit of equipment. Curio battling for the puck. She gets it back to Hickel. Hickel loses the puck. Zhu now for Shenzhen. Some speed here. Coming through the neutral zone, trying for an outlet pass to Button.
Calgary got a little bit of a momentum going there on that shift, which is good to see. They really want to focus on getting that puck to the net and creating either rebounds or good scoring opportunities, especially when you're playing that torpedo system and you have 4 in offensively. You really want to make sure you're getting that puck into a scoring position, and that can look like anything when you have that many offensive players hovering.
So Brianne Jenner taking the face-off here for Calgary in the Shenzhen zone. Goes back to Krasaniak. She keeps it alive at the blue line. Nice shot by Krasaniak. And Nora Ratu gets her first touch on the puck with the glove save on Krasaniak's shot from the blue line.
Ratu has started the season like she ended last year, just being one of the top goaltenders here in the CWHL. She is so consistent and so hard to beat. And what an asset for Shenzhen to have again returning this season.
Face-off win again for Jenner. She's great in the dot. Hovey with the puck now for Calgary. Looks for an option. She and Lequette decide to do a little bit of a give and go. Lequette behind. Scoops it over to Turnbull. Turnbull loses it now, and an opportunity for Shenzhen. Outlet pass, misses Carpenter. Shot on goal though. Rigsby with the save. Drives it into the corner. Jouet. And Jenner will take over. Good forecheck here by Shenzhen. A couple of sticks go flying. That one's in front of Rigsby. Bit of a chaotic scene, but Turnbull comes away with it. She's got some reinforcements. Jenner on her right side. Jenner slides so she doesn't get called for the offside, but Turnbull loses the puck. She elects to go for a line change, dumps it in, and we'll get a little bit of a breather, but good forecheck here by Jenner. Jenner switches with Bellamy. A nice outlet pass. Shot by Johnston. Misses the net. Not by too much. And Bellamy will regroup. Zoe Hickel, number 44, one of the sister duos. She loses the puck. It's chipped out into the neutral zone. And now Anderson. Anderson loses the puck, tried to jump over the stick of her opponent. And an opportunity now for Johnson. She needs some help. Hickel comes to join her there on that near side. Gets played behind the Shenzhen goal. Takes a bit of a deflection there. Zhao will take over for Shenzhen. And a good battle here for Calgary. Played back to the point. It'll get dumped back in. Hickel centers it. Nobody's there, though, with a red jersey. And Calgary trying to keep it alive at the point, but can't do so, so they'll have to regroup. Outlet pass here. Johnston, she's by herself. Decker's joined her. She dumps it in for Decker. Johnston takes a spill. No call on that one. And that puck, misses everybody, and we'll get an icing call. So quite a frantic pace here, actually, for the first 5 minutes. Yeah, maybe it's just me because we haven't called a game in a while, but...
No, I think frantic's a good word. You can see that puck kind of bouncing all over the place. Both teams are working hard, but they just need to take a breather and get that puck under control. There's a lot of turnovers happening right now. They're trying to force that puck on the quick transition, which is good, but you want to make sure that you get a nice crisp pass and something that your teammate can pick up.
Another face-off win for Brianne Jenner. That one went back to Lequette, but it went off the shaft of the stick. So Calgary, Krasaniak dumps it back in. Turnbull now, opportunity for Turnbull, in and out, but really nice stick and a poke check there by Nora Ratu.
Another great opportunity by Turnbull. She's definitely had an impact early on in this game. She almost had that partial break and a great opportunity there too.
Hovey back to the point. Kurzaniak circles around. She looks for a couple of options, dumps it in. Hovey leaves it for Turnbull behind the net. Jenner now. Jenner's in at an odd angle though and can't get a shot on net. Kurzaniak now. Kurzaniak shoots it in. Fluttering puck, misses the net. Turnbull will go in. Calgary a bit of a line change here, so you don't see as many red jerseys out on the ice. And a chance now for Shenzhen to regroup. That goes down into the neutral zone, now into the Calgary end. Rigsby, she elects to leave it for her blue liner. Nice battle for it, though. And Hickel loses the puck, though. Played behind the Calgary end. Curio for the Inferno, loses that puck. And Shenzhen decides to center that pass. Nobody there, though. Slap shot from the point. That one goes wide, looking for a deflection there. Calgary, I think, a little bit lucky on that opportunity. Another flutter shot from the point. Rigsby drives that into the corner. Hickel now trying to calm things down.
Shenzhen's doing a great job of just getting pucks to the net. You can see their defense have their heads up. They're looking. They're trying to get that puck through traffic, and there's forwards that are driving that net. That last one was close. It almost was redirected just off the back door, and it was a lucky break there for Calgary because Shenzhen almost went up 1-0 on that play.
Connect with the CWHL and other fans by following at the CWHL on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Tweet us at the CWHL, and we'll get to some Twitter shout-outs later in the broadcast. Outlet pass there for Calgary, but it misses everybody. And we'll get an icing call. We're at the 12:50 mark here of the opening period. It's a 0-0 game between the Inferno and the visiting Rays. A face-off here now coming in the Calgary end. Carpenter will take it for Shenzhen. Decker.
Looks like Carpenter got kicked out of that draw.
So Lanes is going to take it now for Shenzhen versus Decker. Shenzhen comes away with the puck. Jouet plays that behind the Calgary net. Kind of misses everybody. They'll battle for it on that far end board. Calgary now with some speed. Decker trying for an outlet pass, but that misses Johnston. Johnston comes away with it, though. Johnston and Hickel run into each other, so Calgary will have to regroup. Decker over to Bellamy. Nice no-look pass to Leslie. Leslie's got some speed. Johnston hikes it over, but nobody's there.
You can see Calgary's just trying to sort out kind of where to go and what lanes to fill. They're starting to run into each other a little bit, and that's all part of the beginning season, trying to get used to your line mates and where people are going.
Bellamy now, the American, gets it on goal. Nobody's there to try and deflect it in. Zoe Hickel dumps it in. Bellamy circles around. Johnston now. Tried to play it to Eden Murray. She'll have to retreat back. Nice foot race. Murray. That pass is intercepted. Now Keon's chance here for Shenzhen. Centering pass. Really nice play there by Murray defensively. She comes back, covers that stick nicely. And we're back into the Shenzhen end. Chance now for Hannah Miller. Miller still with the puck, looking for a pass, looking to center it. All of the Calgary players nearly converge on her and take away any sort of opportunity.
The forecheck right now by Shenzhen, they're going all in. You can just see their feet moving. They're using their body, and they're really trying to put a lot of pressure on that Calgary defensive core.
Willoughby. She's got it for the Inferno. We've got a stick stuck in a skate, too.
You don't see that very often.
Poor Keon. Yeah. That was a little awkward for her. That could be a bit of an ankle breaker, so you got to be very careful when that stick gets stuck in that skate hole there. Well, it's 0-0 here between Calgary and visiting Shenzhen. 10:53 left in the first period. Pretty hectic pace between the two teams. Some good chances on both sides of the ice. But nothing to show for it, at least as of yet. 4 shots on goal for the visiting Rays. A single shot for the Inferno. Centering pass there. That was a good opportunity, but the puck trickles out, takes a bounce. Calgary with 2 forecheckers. Jenner fighting for the puck near her bench. Laquette to Turnbull. Plays it behind her net. Loses the puck, at least momentarily, and then we'll get a penalty call out of that. Yeah, she lost the puck, so a little bit, I think, of a panic move to take down the trip there.
Yeah, I think that's one of those plays where you're kind of reading, reacting to what's going on, and her stick just got stuck up in Lyon's skates, and down she went, and the referee was standing right there, so he caught it immediately.
So Hallie Kurzaniak is going to sit for 2 minutes or fewer in the box here. She is a Brandon, Manitoba product, new to the Calgary Inferno this year. She was a first-round draft pick in the CWHL draft earlier this year. She's got a pretty good resume herself. 3-time world champion and a silver medalist. And she spent some time in Sweden last season. So a chance now for Shenzhen on the power play. Shenzhen with the first power play in the CWHL, and we can see why as they drive to the net. They've actually scored on 28.6% of their opportunities thus far through 3 games early in this season. So that's a pretty good percentage rate to get the puck in the net on the man advantage.
Yeah, they've started really well, and when you look at this power play lineup right now and who they have on it, the chances to score is pretty high. Calgary has to do a really good job of not puck chasing and making sure they got those sticks in the lanes, and just like that, those drives, we know that Shenzhen is putting those pucks to the net, and Calgary needs to make sure that they're keeping Shenzhen out of the crease area.
And just like we saw there, actually, Woods from the point to Mercer. Mercer was just at the top of the crease in front of Alex Rigsby, and the Inferno sort of trying to sort things out here, talking amongst themselves what they need to do, especially if they lose the face-off, which is so crucial, especially on a PP.
Absolutely. It's all about that puck possession and getting that puck. If you can win that draw and get it out, you're huge advantage. So Calgary wants to get that puck out. You want to make sure you're not doing that soft rim. It's crucial that you get the puck out of your zone when you have the chance on a penalty kill.
Wood dumps that in. Shot on goal, deflected. And a chance now for Turnbull. Turnbull's got some speed, short-handed. She'll elect to play that behind the net. We're in the end boards. She's all by herself, but she does kill some valuable seconds off that penalty to Hallie Kurzaniak. She's in there for at least another minute and a second. And Shenzhen will regroup here. Carpenter, she leads the team with 5 points in 3 games. Carpenter with some speed, circles around the Calgary net, centering pass, and that one misses, not by much though.
No, again, Shenzhen just doing a great job of creating that space and getting that puck out in front, and them having a player that's out there with their stick on the ice ready to get a good scoring opportunity.
Pickle puts some pressure on Liu. And Shenzhen will have to work their way out once again. Alva for Shenzhen. She leaves it there. Murray giving her some trouble. A nice clearing opportunity, and all the way down the ice. Ratu comes out pretty far, and great. She gets it to Carpenter at the blue line. Carpenter centering pass, but Tori Hickle does a nice job tying up the stick there, and a chance now for Calgary. Kurzaniak's coming out of the penalty box. She falls, and unfortunately lost possession of the puck. I believe that was Willoughby. Played to the blue line, but unfortunately trickles off of Tori Hickle's stick. So Calgary will have to regroup. Willoughby leaves it for Kurzaniak. Kurzaniak slaps that in. She's getting help as Calgary gets a line change in here.
Yeah, just a couple unfortunate bounces there for Calgary that ended up going the wrong way. Kurzaniak had a great opportunity on that partial break and just seemed to catch a bit of an edge.
It's a 0-0 game between Calgary and visiting Shenzhen. 7:40 left here in the opening period at Winsport Arena A in Calgary. Murray gets it to Turnbull. Turnbull now, nice pass over there. In and out, great save by Nora Ratu. Plays it, centering pass out in the slot.
Great move by Eden Murray there on that one-on-one. She just was able to get that puck out in front of her, a quick drag of that puck cross ice, and she created a great scoring opportunity.
So Calgary with a nice burst of energy here as we head to The 7:16 left here in the first period, 0-0. Somebody trying to get on board first and break this stalemate. Bellamy, she lost that face-off. Johnston tries to keep that in, but Bellamy comes back. Bellamy over to her American teammate, Decker. Decker with speed. She comes in on the left wing. Nice pass, good save by Ratu. She drives it into the corner. Zoe Hickel in the corner for Calgary. Johnston trying to dig it out, caught in some skates. Johnston comes away with it. Johnston still with the puck. Hickel. Leslie looking for options, tries to go top shelf. Really nice save there by Nora Ratu. She was down in the butterfly position, but was able to get some body on that. Decker now. Decker, Leslie, shot on goal, saved by Ratu. Oh, and I don't think that Brianna Decker realized the puck was just trickling behind her there. She might have had an opportunity on goal.
Yeah, she was tired from that shift there and was just focused on getting off the ice. But Calgary was able to keep that puck in. A couple of great opportunities by Calgary. Their puck movement is starting to become more consistent.
So Turnbull, she'll go back into the Calgary end and get things started again, working on this torpedo formation that we've been talking about, that Shannon Miller is teaching us all about. Laquette tries to get that one in, loses possession of the puck. Now Liam. Shot on goal. Nice save there by Alex Rigsby. She kicks it out with her left pad.
Great back check there by Brianne Jenner just to make sure that she got a stick on that Shenzhen player that was driving for that rebound.
Hovey dumps it in for Turnbull. She'll try and chase it down. Physical affair. And we're going to actually get a penalty call on that one. So Carpenter with a chance now for Shenzhen. Oh, really great stick work there by Rihanna Curio.
Another great back check.
Absolutely. Anderson, shot on goal. That one is into the skates of Hickel. No whistle blown yet. As the extra attacker is on, Wu passes it to her defensive partner. Slap shot from the half boards. That one misses the Calgary net. And Wu now for Shenzhen. Plays it into the Calgary end and we'll get a whistle here.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate penalty that Blair Turnbull would probably want back. You know, those are tough ones where you want to take the body and you want to lean in, and there's that fine line between what's considered a body contact and body checking. On that one, it seemed like she just really out-strengthened her, and so that's an unfortunate call against Calgary. I think overall you'd like to see that be allowed in the game.
So back-to-back penalty calls here on the Inferno as Shenzhen heads back to the power play. They didn't score on the first one. We'll see if any damage is done here on their second one of the evening, as it remains a 0-0 game between Calgary and visiting Shenzhen. Calgary, meantime, perfect thus far this season on the PK, so they're definitely doing something right.
Especially when you think about the Montreal power play and what they would have faced last weekend.
Yeah, there's something about facing Hilary Knight and Marie-Philippe Poulin that instills a little bit of fear, I think, in the opposition.
Absolutely, it's definitely a big challenge to shut those girls down.
A minute 22 left here. And we'll get an icing call, and by a minute 22 left, I meant in the penalty here to Blair Turnbull. So the face-off goes all the way back to the Shenzhen zone.
The good part about Calgary and this torpedo system is that they dress so many players, and there's so many options when you look at the special teams. So how deep they are in terms of players that can both penalty kill and power play on any given night. Coach Miller has the option to play a numerous number of players, and that's just a great thing to have.
And we're seeing that tonight. Brianne Jenner, incredible back checking, such a talented player. She plays so well on both ends of the ice.
Yeah, she's one of those players that's just so consistent. You know what you're going to get from her, and not only does she come with such a great hockey skill set, but she's probably one of the best leaders I've played for, and I think that's a huge asset of hers, is just she does such a great job leading the way.
Yeah, she definitely leads by example. I don't think she's the most vocal person in terms of just the way she speaks. She's not very loud, exuberant, but when you see her on the ice, she's going to teach a lot of these rookies what they need to do to be successful in their careers.
Absolutely, and when she does speak, everybody's listening. I think it's because she just has so much respect from her teammates, and they really value what she has to say.
Yeah, Brianne Jenner, 27 years old. She's entering her 4th CWHL season, and She's so far a lifelong Inferno. She got drafted back in 2015, hoisted that Clarkson Cup a year later, so we're happy to have her here in Calgary. Opportunity now, and nice interception here. Decker on a shorthanded opportunity, leaves it for Johnston. Johnston to Decker. Oh, and that puck bounced off of Decker's stick to Johnston. She was looking for the one-timer, but it kind of got in on her shaft, and she couldn't get rid of the puck fast enough. Back to Hickel. Tori Hickel loses the puck, and now we've got a foot race. Krzyzaniak gets back in time, so well done. Johnston's by herself. Nobody there to help. Johnston in on goal. Ratu, great save. Johnston's been all over the place on this penalty kill. Another person that leads by example, speaking of.
Absolutely. It's interesting. Decker has had so many chances tonight, and she's just fighting that puck. I'm sure she's thinking to herself, there's got to be a bounce that goes her way soon.
Chance now on the PP here as the time expires. Another great kill here by the Calgary Inferno. Probably that was the best chance of this whole last sequence for Shenzhen. We sit at a 0-0 game, 2:43 left on the clock. Might be scoreless, but it's been pretty entertaining.
It absolutely has. I think Calgary's going to be happier with that second penalty kill. They were making, better choices with the puck when they did have it, getting it deep, and they even created a couple opportunities.
Turnbull, outlet pass here. I believe that's Velna Holvi. She's new to the team. Hails from Finland, although she did play some time in Manitoba. Looking for the outlet pass. Really like what Krzyzaniak did there to negate that outlet pass, and a chance here for Calgary. Tried to center that in. Got caught up in some equipment. And Shenzhen trying to clear it out. Calgary keeps it in, though. Jenner dumps it into the corner. Physical affair continues. Calgary definitely playing the body tonight. Puck is dropped in. And we won't get an icing call there. Some good draw weight on that puck. And Calgary will regroup. Outlet pass now for Willoughby. Willoughby loses it in her skates. Loom battling in front of the Calgary bench. And Hickel now. Back to the near boards. Goes to Jouet. Shot goes off of Murray's skate. And now Leslie will recover for Calgary. Leslie flicks it to herself. She's got Murray on the other side. Murray, but she can't get a stick on it. A minute 24 here left in the first period. 0-0 it remains. Leslie goes in and out. She's looking for some reinforcement. Taps it in. Goes off the crossbar. Shot on goal. That one is actually captured by at least somehow. I don't know how she gets it. But Nora Ratu, in between all of that chaos in front of her, she's able to catch it in her blue paint.
Yeah, that was, great save by Ratu, but an even better play there by Calgary. Again, that puck movement, you can see as this period has progressed, they're starting to feel more comfortable. They're using each other. Those passes are becoming a little bit more successful, and they're creating more opportunities.
Decker, good face-off win, scramble out in front, and Ratu decides she's going to hang on.
This is a big face-off with 1 minute left in the period. This is a great opportunity for Calgary to get a couple more chances here. So like we talked about before, it's all about that puck possession and that ability to win face-offs. And in the offensive zone, who better to take it than Decker?
And it actually looks like Decker's going to be waved out here, so Zoe Hickel will take the face-off for the Inferno. She wins it nicely and cleanly. Played by Bellamy to Johnston. Johnston slapper. Oh, redirection! Hickel almost gets it in on that far post. Johnston to Bellamy. Slapper. Great save by Nora Ratu. Drives it into the corner. Decker now with the puck. Decker looking for some options. It's in the blue paint and all kinds of chaos once again, and Nora Ratu elects to just hang on. She's going to need to catch her breath.
Yeah, a couple great chances there by Calgary. That slot pass is such a great play when you have someone standing in front, and then just seeing Decker down low, that's something she's so good at. She's able to create something out of nothing in small spaces, and just being able to walk through those two Shenzhen players in the corner and come out and have a scoring opportunity. She's one that the Shenzhen defense really have to keep an eye on.
Jenner, face-off win, shot on goal. That one flutters just wide. Holvey, she'll keep it in. Takes it herself. Looking for the slapper from the point. Nice shot by Krzyzaniak, but that one goes by. Laquette to Jenner, out in front. Now it's behind the net. Looking for a couple of options. Plays it back. 28 seconds left on the clock. And Shenzhen will recover, looking for an outlet breakaway pass. Rigsby We'll have to play that to an open side. Lequette there, able to get any out of any danger area. Will it be now? Centering pass, Jenner, Lequette calling it for on the right side. Turnbull, oh, and it goes through the skates of Brianne Jenner. Bridget Lequette, though, was on the other side calling for it.
Right idea, just a little bit too high.
And that'll do it for a pretty entertaining first period. It's 0-0 between Calgary and visiting Shenzhen. Frantic. 8 shots on goal for the visiting Rays, 7 shots on goal for the Inferno. What's your takeaway from that rather hectic 20 minutes of play?
It was a really busy first 20 minutes. I think what the best part of it was, though, is that both teams had their feet under them. When we were starting this game, we were wondering whether or not we'd have a slow start, and that certainly didn't happen tonight. Part of that, though, that energy and that excitement and that pushing the pace comes with a little bit of that messy hockey, so that puck bouncing around, not getting those clean passes. But as the period progressed, you started to see them settle down, especially Calgary starting to connect a couple of those passes, which created not only scoring opportunities, but just possession of the puck, which is really important.
And I thought both goaltenders were quite outstanding, especially Rigsby early when she really needed to just calm her team down before they started to get their feet under them, like you mentioned.
Well, yeah, both teams just have so much offensive power, and as you can see, the shots are close, 8-7. So both teams were generating those shots, and they were tough saves to make. A lot of those were redirections, right? That slap pass going through the slot and someone just getting a stick on it. So really good job by both goaltenders in that first period to keep it a scoreless game.
So yeah, it's 0-0 right now between Calgary and visiting Shenzhen. Why don't we head down to the locker room where Romina is standing by with an interview.
All right, so I'm here with Brianna Decker. So that period was quite evenly played between the two of you guys. What do you think you need to do differently for you guys to generate more offense?
Yeah, definitely a back and forth game a little bit there. I think we just got to use our speed and move the puck a little bit quicker. There's a lot of space out there, and so for us to be able to move the puck quick, move our feet, we're going to create a lot more opportunities for us.
Yeah, and this is your first time living in Canada. What's the difference like? What was it like getting a bunch of snow on October 2nd?
The snow was a big surprise, I think, on October 2nd. But besides that, it's been fall weather now, and we really enjoyed the outside. We went to the mountains the other day, so that was nice to see Banff and everything up there. So I'm appreciating the scenery for sure, and the team's been great as well.
Yeah, and congratulations on your Olympic gold medal. What was that feeling like?
Incredible. We haven't won it in 20 years, and so it was great to bring that medal back to the U.S. But right now, it's focusing on the Inferno right now, and just making sure we come out with a W tonight.
All right, thank you, Brianna.
Thank you.
Thanks, Romina. Brianne Decker, one of the new players coming to the Inferno this season. And yeah, the Americans did win a gold medal earlier this year in South Korea. But how nice is it to have that kind of talent here in Calgary and to have the mixture of the American Olympians as well as the Canadian Olympians too?
Well, I mean, anytime you can bring players of that caliber to the league, it just helps promote the game. And again, the goal of the CWHL is to have the best players in the world playing against each other, playing with each other. And so having those American girls join Calgary, it just goes to show the growth of the CWHL again, and the way that it's progressing and moving, and just the product that is on the ice every weekend.
So 0-0 here between Calgary and visiting Shenzhen after 20 minutes of play. We will be back with second period of action right here on CWHL Live.
For Matthews! Oh, and he had a great chance, another shot! Center to front, they score! They score! Austin Matthews opens the scoring! Welcome to the NHL!
You're richer than you think.
to get underway here at Winsport Arena A, Calgary versus visiting Shenzhen, sitting at a 0-0 scoreline. And this middle period just a couple of moments away. Otherwise, we did get a couple of shout-outs on Twitter, so I do want to mention these. Sarah is watching from Michigan, so hi, Sarah. Todd watching from Toronto. And Questlove, apparently a big Inferno fan, the entire family big Inferno fans. They've got 2 here at the game, 1 at home, so thank you for watching us on your Saturday night. If you are in Calgary, the weather's beautiful here, so thanks for spending a little bit of time with us. I'm sure there are other things maybe you could be doing, but you're watching us, so I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's always nice to hear from those fans that are listening anywhere in the world. I know last year when China joined our league, that was one of the coolest parts of broadcasting, is just recognizing that people all over the world are tuning in and watching these incredible athletes play.
Yeah, so we've got a second period on tap here, 0-0, and action just about to get underway. We'll see what transpires in this second 20 minutes of play. Early possession here for Calgary. Johnston now plays it behind the net. Passes deflected, but back to Johnston. Johnston looking for a couple of options. She flicks it back to Hovey. Comes off her stick, back to Johnston. I'm sorry, that was Leslie. Back to the point. And Calgary will regroup. Pickle. Centering pass. Opportunity for Decker, slapper. That one misses. Boy, she got some pace on that shot.
Absolutely, that was a great opportunity there from Calgary.
Looking for an outlet pass. That was Hannah Bunton, just came off of her stick. And that actually bounces off her stick. Of course, we've got some fresh ice here over at the Markham McPhail Center. Woods now. Carpenter. But that shot goes off of the leg of Casey Bellamy. Outlet pass to Woods. Woods was looking top shelf, blocker side. Didn't miss by too much there.
No, she certainly had some space there in that top right-hand corner and just missed that corner.
Back to the point. Dumped back in now. Loom centers it. Slapper from Woods. That one goes wide. Laquette now. Gets it to Turnbull. Good battle here between Turnbull and Woods. Jenner gets it back to Bellamy. Hovey now. Hovey looking for an option. Laquette calling for it. She's got it. Centering pass. That one's deflected. Lanes did a good job with her stick there. Turnbull flicks it back to Laquette. Laquette. Shot on goal. That one is deflected. Nice block shot there by Shenzhen. We've seen a lot of blocks tonight. Some of these shots not even making it to the goalies. So a lot of the players putting their body on the line to sacrifice.
Yeah, Shenzhen's doing a good job making sure that they're getting in front of those pucks when Calgary's trying to get them through to the net.
Mizukumi will circle back here. She'll play it to her defensive partner.
It's fun to see Mizukumi back with a different last name. She used to play for Calgary here when I played, and so she wasn't here last season, but is back on the roster, so it's fun to see her back in Calgary.
Yeah, Takeuchi was her maiden name. So just for anybody that's following along with us, she spent some time with the Japanese national team. Fluttering shot there. Nice blocker save by Nora Ratu. And Woods will take over and flick that puck into the neutral zone there for Shenzhen. Now a bouncing opportunity and really good stick work there by Alex Rigsby. And that starts it off for the Inferno. The Inferno with a little bit of speed now. Looking for Leslie in the middle. Decides to get it to Zoe Hickle. And now to Bellamy. Bellamy in. Nice outlet pass to Decker. Decker goes in, out, and she scores!
Wow, that was a fantastic play.
Brianna Decker, what a goal. Incredible.
You know, that is chemistry, if there is any. You could just see Bellamy was in a transition period and just saw Decker coming, making that break for that breakaway, and a great play by Decker. She had the goalie bite on that first deke and was able to pull that puck back on her forehand and just put it back, put it to the back of the net.
So Brianna Decker with her second goal as a member of the Calgary Inferno. It breaks the stalemate here in the second period. It's 1-0 Calgary.
Calgary needed that. They've had a couple great opportunities here near the end of the first period, and I know they were pushing at the end, so it's good for them to get one here early on in the second.
Sorry, I was just listening to the announcement there. It was an All-American. It was a goal and assist by an All-American line, so that's kind of cool. Bellamy and Hickle getting the assists on Brianna Decker's second of the season. Decker now. She'll play it over to Bellamy. And a chance now, 3-on-1 for Calgary. Zoe Hickle stays onside. Hickle still got the puck, centering pass out to Johnston. Oh, wow. And a great save there by Nora Ratu. She's lost her stick. I have no idea how she kept the puck out there. Leslie tries to tap it home. Great save by Nora Ratu on Zoe Hickle, who trips over Nora Ratu's stick.
Wow, what a great play there. I think maybe one too many passes for Calgary there. A couple of them had a great chance at an open net. Amazing save by Ratu on that rebound backdoor, coming across, no stick in her hand, and just getting that pad down flat.
And a breakaway pass now, an opportunity, and a great save by Alex Rigsby. Wow, end-to-end action here.
Yeah, that was a big save by Rigsby. That's exactly what you need from the Calgary goaltender, especially after a push like that. Too often you have great offensive chances. A breakaway goes the other way, and before you know it, there's a puck in the back of your net. So that was a big stop there by Rigsby.
So Hannah Button had that opportunity for Shenzhen, but Alex Rigsby shutting the door. And we'll get an icing call here. Oh, no, we won't. My apologies.
That was interesting. That was certainly should have been an icing as Calgary shot it from one end of the ice to the other off a face-off.
But here we go. Jenner looking for Laquette. Nice shot on goal there by Jenner. Equally good blocker save by Nora Ratu. Calgary, a good spell of possession here once again. Back to the point, Krzyzaniak and Laquette. Laquette plays it in. Turnbull trying to go on that short side, but Ratu was really well manning that section of the net, the short side. Jenner back to the point for Krzyzaniak. Krzyzaniak shot on goal, blocker save by Nora Ratu. That goes into the netting.
Yeah, Ratu just saw that puck all the way. There was no Calgary player really standing in front of the net, so that was an easy save for her to get a blocker on and just put it up and out of play.
So Calgary, a 1-0 lead here in the second period thanks to a Brianna Decker goal, her second of the season. Eden Murray wins that face-off. Played back to Murray, looks for a centering pass, but that puck was bouncing on her. Mizukumi will take over there, gets it back to Murray. Bouncing puck, and now an opportunity for Shenzhen. They'll put the puck in deep. Rigsby plays it. Bit of a weird bounce. Wong loses it at the point, and Calgary with some wheels now. That was Curio and Murray. Nice toe drag. Great save there by Rigsby. I thought she did a great job there keeping her 5-hole closed.
You can really see Wong's threat there and her ability to skate. She's one of the best skaters in our league, and you can just see how much momentum and space she can gain between players, even as a D there, and that great toe drag almost had a scoring opportunity.
Willoughby for now for Calgary. She's dispatched of the puck. Calgary was going for a line change. Puck behind the Calgary net. Physical affair, and we're going to get another penalty call here. I think that was a retaliatory call, it looked like.
Yeah, I thought Calgary might be getting that one there, but I think this was the right call as the Shenzhen player went and had body contact with one of the Calgary players after losing her stick. So good call there. I think Calgary needs to really take this opportunity here on the power play. Early in the season, you want to try to be successful, try to figure out what chemistry works best, and just really try to get all pucks to the net on the first couple power plays to gain that momentum.
So Mercer sitting in the box for this one. This is Calgary's first power play opportunity of the evening. They have yet to score on the power play early in this CWHL season. So like you said, Jenna, it's always, I like the phrase, always nice to get off the schneid when it comes to power play opportunities.
Well, you know, in any league, but you know, like the NHL or the CWHL, when you're playing against teams that are just so deep, you really need to make sure your special teams are successful throughout the year, whether it's penalty killing or power play. They oftentimes become the game changers.
Slapper by Laquette. Nice job there by Nora Ratu getting on top of her blue paint. Calgary keeps it alive at the blue line. Jenner now plays it back to the point for Laquette. Laquette Slap pass over to Krzyzaniak. Lequette looking for some space. Nice centering pass. Great save, Ratu. Not only the original save, but the rebound as well. Turnbull plays it to the point for Krzyzaniak. Plays it back to Turnbull. Turnbull shot on goal. That pass gets deflected. Murray back to the point for Krzyzaniak.
This is interesting. There's actually 3D here on the power play for Calgary.
And there's one pass from a defenseman. Lequette to Murray. Opportunity in the slot, but Shenzhen's able to clear it out. So a good spell of possession there for Calgary on the power play. 42 seconds left here. We'll see if they can do anything as Bellamy give and go with Johnston. Johnston looking for options. She'll play it back to the point. Nice slap shot. And a great save. Bellamy ripping one there from just beyond the blue line, and a great save by Nora Ratu.
Yeah, great opportunity there on that transition, and that all comes from that pass from the goaltender. When Rigsby can move that puck up as Shenzhen's line changing, it gives Calgary such an advantage. It becomes another player that's participating in the power play, so that's a huge advantage for Calgary.
Yeah, transition game so huge. And Calgary here with a face-off win. Johnston to Bellamy. Shot on goal, deflected. Back to Johnson on the far board. Johnston circles around. Johnston still with the puck. She'll play it to the point. Pass over to Decker. Decker to Bellamy. Bellamy shot on goal. That goes off Zoe Hickle's skate. Decker now. Back to Bellamy. Plays it to Johnston. Johnston from the face-off dot. Shot again. Bouncing puck out in front. And a great job there by Shenzhen to clear. Now we've got a foot race in the Calgary zone. The Shenzhen player, that was Mercer, coming out of the box. She had an opportunity but elected to skate to her bench.
That's a great kill there by Shenzhen. They really put the pressure on Calgary, forcing them to make those real quick passes, and they were able to keep Calgary at bay off of that, just strictly by that pressure.
Woods dumps it in for Shenzhen. Battle deep in the Calgary end. Calgary looking to alleviate a little bit of the pressure here. Shenzhen will retreat. 2 players remaining high. And that pass misses everybody. And this time, indeed, we will get an icing call.
Yeah, I think Leslie thought Decker was a little bit ahead of her and let that puck go. And unfortunately, it resulted in an icing.
So if you're just joining us now, it's a 1-0 game. Calgary visiting Shenzhen. Brianna Decker with her second goal of the season to give Calgary that lead here in the second period. Face-off win for Calgary. Johnston gets it over to Leslie. Caught in her skates just a little bit. And Decker with some speed. Goes inside, outside. Good save there by Nora Ratu. And Shenzhen recovers well, only to dump it into the Calgary end. Mazukami's by herself. High off the boards, she gets it into the neutral zone and actually goes all the way back to her. Into the neutral zone once again for Curio. Curio looking at a couple of options. Shot on goal, gets caught up in a couple of legs. And Shenzhen recovers. Speed through the neutral zone for Leah Lum. Alaba's at the point for her, but that puck gets played behind the Calgary net, and it bounces out of play into the netting.
This has been a good start for Calgary. You can see that they're out shooting Shenzhen now 18 to 11, and that just comes down to that puck possession. Shenzhen's not really getting the opportunity to be in control of that puck. Calgary's really controlled most of the play this second period.
So the Inferno looking for their second win of the season. They split a weekend series in Montreal, but a chance now for lanes for Shenzhen. Nice save there. Alex Rigsby drives that into the corner. Hovey takes over for Calgary. Lequette now. A couple of options, including Turnbull. And just missed her pass there, but Turnbull was ready to barge in there.
Yeah, I think Lequette was just paying attention to that Shenzhen player that was coming in on her and pressuring her, that she got a little bit too much on that pass, and it got a little bit ahead of Turnbull, which resulted in that icing.
So we'll get a face-off here in the Calgary end. Jenner taking it for Calgary. That gets caught up in a couple of skates, and they'll battle for it. Hovey takes over for the Inferno. Nice flick pass there, and a chance for Jenner. Jenner's tripped down.
Oh, let's see if we're going to get that. Yeah,
And we're
it is.
getting a penalty shot, folks. Don't see these too often, but Jenner was in clear, won that one-on-one battle, and was pulled down.
That was definitely a prime example of a penalty shot opportunity there. She was completely gone. The Shenzhen player left her feet and took out Jenner's feet. So here's a great opportunity for Calgary to go ahead and Ratu to make a big save.
So Brianne Jenner here on the penalty shot, the two-time Olympic medalist with the puck. And great save there by Nora Ratu, uses her blocker.
Yeah, you know, that was a great move. Changing speed, Jenner coming in quickly to begin with and then holding up and just trying to get Ratu to bite a little bit, but she didn't. She followed that puck all the way. She just got a stick on it. I think if Jenner an inch to the right or a little bit higher, she might have found that spot, that sweet spot we like to call it, just over the pad. But great save by Ratu, staying with that puck.
So it remains a 1-0 lead for Calgary. Chance now for Leslie. That puck gets driven into the corner. Decker looking for a couple of options. Johnston tried to grab that rebound, but Nora Ratu's going to hang on.
Decker's really started to find her stride here in the second period. We were talking about how she was really fighting those bounces in the first, and now that she's got that goal, she's just flying out there. She's being such an impact player for Calgary.
Yeah, confidence means the world in sports, and we're seeing a good example of that tonight for sure. Johnston leaves it for Decker. Chance now, and trying to go glove side was Leslie. Didn't miss that by much. Really nice read of that play by Nora Ratu. Decker, a battle on the wall in front of the Calgary bench. The referee's telling to move it along, and they do. Johnston tries to get it to Hickle. That puck's bouncing. Jouet gets it down to Bunton, and Johnston will retreat back into the Calgary end. Calgary with some speed through the neutral zone. Leslie, she leaves that for Decker. Decker still with the puck, looking for a couple of options. Leslie's by her if need be. A puck battle on the near board. Bunton takes over. Still in the Shenzhen zone. Anderson, Leslie just about able to keep it in over the blue line, but Calgary will have to retreat. Lequette now. Lequette for the Inferno. Almost dispatched of the puck by Anderson. Great stick battle there.
Yeah, great forecheck there by Anderson. She was really relentless there on Lequette.
Hovey to Turnbull. Turnbull looking to get back to Hovey. Turnbull makes a lot of space for herself as she enters the slot, but really great save by Ratu. Outlet pass now, end-to-end action. And that puck gets deflected, goes off of Bridget Lequette's stick, hits some netting, and we'll get another face-off.
One of the most noticeable things about Ratu is just her pure calmness. So as the play is progressing and players are moving and transitioning, she just stays so calm. And when you watch her track that puck, she looks like she is dialed right in.
Face off here in the Calgary end. Lanes wins that for Shenzhen. Nice save though by Alex Rigsby. She uses her glove and we'll get another face off here. Eden Murray taking that for the Inferno. Lanes for Shenzhen. She wins it again, gets caught up in a couple of feet, gets sent to the blue line, but it squirts out for Carpenter, and Carpenter has to retreat back. Now an entry for Shenzhen. Chance now, Lanes, great save by Alex Rigsby. Wow, comes out of the blue paint and just uses her pad there. Well done by Rigsby. She's put on a bit of a clinic tonight. Actually, both goalies have been outstanding.
That was just a great stop by Rigsby. She stayed with that, made that first save, and was able to stay in position long enough to make that second save.
So Calgary will circle back. Leaves that for Hickle. Outlet pass to Murray. Currio will try and track that one down. She'll go in for a line change now. Tori Hickle plays that off the boards. And Shenzhen at the blue line. Button now. Button looking for some options. Great stick check there by Calgary. Couple of bodies flying. And Tori Hickle now. Battle behind the Calgary nets. Button tries to look for a pass. Nobody's there, though. It'll squirt out. Almost did, at least. Shenzhen with an opportunity now. Shot on goal. Great save, Alex Rigsby. She was square to that puck. Couple of good one-on-one battles here. As a great spell for Shenzhen. They're keeping it in the Calgary end for an extended period of time. Looking for options, looking for that centering pass in the slot. Wood wasn't able to get a good Wood on that. Centering pass, and Rigsby just drives that into the corner. So Calgary likely getting a little bit exhausted here. Woods keeps it in, and I think that's a good decision there by Alex Rigsby as things get a little hectic in front of her, and she elects to just hang on to that puck.
Absolutely. Great pressure there by Shenzhen. They were just giving Calgary everything they had, and Calgary was struggling to get that puck out. So you're right. Great play by Rigsby. Freeze the puck, slow it down, allow Calgary to get that crucial line change.
So Carpenter and Decker, this evening's lone goal scorer, battle it out in that face-off, and Calgary will come away with it. Bellamy over to Hickel. Hickel will skate that one in the neutral ice. Back to Bellamy. She plays it to her American teammate Decker. Decker loses that pass, but nice recovery there by Decker. Bellamy battling behind the Calgary net. And a chance there for Decker. She gets it to Hickel. Johnston keeps it onside, still with the puck. Rebecca Johnston. That played into the middle. And back to Krasaniak. Krasaniak over to Lequette. She was looking for Turnbull. She elects to leave it for Jenner. Jenner now looking for some options. Centering pass. Turned into a shot. Nice save there by Nora Ratsu. Button now for Shenzhen. That shot's deflected into the corner. Hovey for Calgary. Pass over to Lequette. Lequette gets it to Jenner. Back to Hovey. Hovey looks for Turnbull. But Turnbull was turned around and was unable to get that pass. Lequette now. Back to Hovey. Hovey takes a bit of a fall. Jenner takes over the puck. Jenner to Hovey. And Jenner now. On the near boards. Shot on goal. Some good
opportunity there by Calgary.
Yeah, I was going to say some good traffic out in front. My apology. Willoughby now. Plays it back to Hickel. And Calgary with some speed here through the neutral zone. That puck gets dispatched. And Wu gets stood up at the line by Mizukami. Played to the half boards. And back to the point. Shenzhen. They'll leave it after half boards. Good battle for it. 3 Calgary jerseys, and they're able to dispatch the puck. Now Hickel. Hickel plays a bank pass. Can't get it out of the zone. Played from the point. Alex Rigsby decides to drive it behind her net.
This line struggled a little bit here in the second period for Calgary. They've been trapped in their zone a few times.
And a one-on-one chance here with the goalie, Ratsu. Good job there. And she almost got the Calgary bench on too many men because she played it towards the bench, and I think it did hit a skate there. We'll see what the call is here.
Yeah, I'm not sure on this call here. It almost feels like Shenzhen might have made that call more than the referee on that play. There's not much you can do when the goaltender shoots it into the line change. You can only be as quick as you can. So that's an unfortunate break there by Calgary. And you can see Shannon Miller is interested to hear what this is all about.
Yeah, she's quite animated. We can hear her almost all the way up here.
Yeah. You know, as from a coaching perspective, I can see why that would be a little bit frustrating, as there was really nothing she could have done on that one.
So the gate remains open here. Not sure who's going to serve it for Calgary just quite yet. But nonetheless, it remains a 1-0 game. 3:05 left here in the second period.
Yeah, the shots are close again. Shenzhen's had a little bit of a push here and have had a couple shots on net. This will be a great opportunity for them as the second period winds down to try to put one in and try to even up this game.
So looks like Louise Warren headed to the box to take that penalty on behalf of Calgary. Too many men on the ice. And Shenzhen, of course, now headed back to the power play. They had a couple of good looks, but nothing able to get by Alex Rigsby as of yet. Bit of a battle there in the face-off dot, but Shenzhen does come away with it. Anderson. Calgary trying to get that out. Wong keeps it in. Chance now for Shenzhen, short side. Great save by Alex Rigsby. She drives it into the corner, and Johnston with some speed to get it out of the zone.
Both teams tonight have been so aggressive on that penalty kill, and that's what you need to do when you're playing against such high-quality players.
Bit of a miscommunication there between Wong and Lanes. So Shenzhen, they must regroup. Calgary killing off some valuable time off of this late PK here in the second period. And Calgary will send that down the ice. Looking for an outlet pass now. Power play opportunity. Bunton for Shenzhen. Nice block there by Calgary.
What a great play by Bellamy. She was coming on a late change, and that Shenzhen player actually would have had a breakaway, but she hustled, and not only did she hustle, but she got into a great position to intercept that pass.
Jouet. Alava through the neutral zone to Bunton. Bunton's pass gets away from her, and now Turnbull with some speed. Turnbull gets hauled down, and we'll play a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey for about 39 seconds, and then Calgary will head to the power play with 1:45 left on the clock here in the second period as they lead 1-0.
One of Turnbull's greatest assets is her speed and her ability to get moving, and really the Shenzhen player had no choice there but to haul her down. Before you know it, you think you're in position to knock that puck away, but Turnbull's ability to get those 1 or 2 strides ahead of you in a split second puts you into a position that it's really hard not to end up with a penalty call against you.
So sometimes you have to take them, and this is one of those cases where you do, absolutely. Hickle to Mazukami. We're playing a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey here, so extra ice for everybody involved. We've got the Hickle sisters out at the moment. Zoe gets it to Tori. Actually, Tori got it to Zoe. Now shot on net, and Tori scores. So the Hickle girls get it on a goal, given goal, sister duo.
Yeah, that was just a great play. Calgary's done a good job of that all night, right? Driving wide, making sure that high forward is coming in a position where they can get a shot away. Radu just didn't have an opportunity there. It was a great play. Great way for Inferno to finish up this period.
So the Hickle girls, they'll remember that one, I think. Not often you can say you scored a goal with your sister assisting in a professional league. So they're going to hang on to the puck. Yeah, I think that's a special moment.
Absolutely.
So that makes it a 2-0 game. We're going to have to get used to those names.
Absolutely.
The name bars.
So we'll continue to stay 4-on-4 here as both teams had a player in the penalty box. Even though a goal was scored, those penalties continue to play out.
Johnston now dispatched of the puck. Good battle on this near board. And Johnston will retreat into her end. Just a minute left here on the clock here in the second period. Calgary with this 2-0 lead.
They're going to finish this period on the power play.
1 minute and 4 seconds left on that power play. 46 seconds left here in the second period. Calgary trying to get that back to the point, but some sticks getting in the way. Chance for Decker. She's looking for a second goal. In and out. Wow, what a save by Nora Ratu. Sprawling gets her pad on that one. No idea how she kept that out.
Again, just the reason why people call her a world-class goaltender. Not only was she able to stay with it, but she was able to stay with Decker the whole way.
Krzyzaniak slides it in. Nice block there. Back to Krzyzaniak on the point to Laquette. Laquette plays it to Hickle. Decker now circles around. Good interception there by Shenzhen. Shot on goal, late one there, and that'll do it for the second period of play. So Calgary with 2 goals in this middle frame to make it a 2-0 game. And I think you had mentioned world-class goalies. We've seen some great displays on both ends of the ice, but in particular, let's talk a little bit about Nora Ratu, because the save that she just made moments ago, sprawling, reminded me, if I can kick it back to the days of Mika Kiprasov, because I haven't seen anything like that in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, one of her biggest strengths is the fact that she can just stay with that puck. We've seen it a couple times tonight on a couple of opportunities by Calgary where there's been a rebound or Calgary player's been left one-on-one against her in front of the net, and she just sticks with it. Brianna Decker looked like she was going to have a wide-open net, and Nora Ratu just stayed all the way straight across, calmly made the save and carried on.
Yeah, so a 2-0 lead here for Calgary in their home opener, looking for their second win of the season after 40 minutes of play. It's been a great game. We got some Timbits on the ice right now, but why don't we head back down to the locker rooms, and Romina is standing by with a player interview.
Here with Jessica Wong, who used to play for the Calgary Inferno. Jessica, what's it like coming back to Calgary and seeing your old teammates?
Oh, it's always great. Coming back here to the old stomping grounds. It's now called pretty well my home. So it's always great to come back, and they have a great team, and we still got 20 minutes here to go and give it all we got.
Yeah, and you're living in China right now. What's that like, and what's the biggest change for you?
Yeah, it's my second year living in China, and it's great. It's a great opportunity, a great experience, and learn more about my heritage. But I'd say the hardest thing would be the food, I would say. Yeah, it's tough that way, but other than that, it's a great experience.
Yeah, so you guys kind of played more defense in the second period. What do you think you're going to do to kind of push back in this final frame here?
We got to give it all we got. We have 20 minutes left. We kind of let up there a little bit. So we got to keep a foot on the gas pedal here and continue to put pucks in the net, and hopefully we'll bury one here.
All right, thanks, Jessica.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Romina, and thanks for joining her, Jessica. We were talking about Jessica earlier today. Of course, she was a one-time member of the Calgary Inferno, electing to play for her second country of heritage, and I think what an interesting experience for her to be able to go to China and help grow the game there.
Yeah, like you said, we talked a little bit about it earlier, and I think she's really embraced the opportunity and has enjoyed her time in China, and also has enjoyed being able to come back and, like she said, feeling like Calgary's home and her roots are here, but still having the opportunity to go learn a little bit about her heritage and experience the different kind of cultural aspects of living in China.
Yeah, she had mentioned the food.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's probably not the first thing that would come to mind to me, but now that you think about it, yeah, food and really getting out of the way of the way you're used to eating things and your nutrition and everything when you're here, and then you have a whole other culture you need to get used to there. You have to adapt your nutritional schedule to the kind of food that's available there. So obviously a lot of starches and those kinds of things. So fascinating, I guess, for us Canadians, a little bit different than what we're used to.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, 40 minutes of play in the books right now. Calgary with a 2-0 lead over visiting Shenzhen in their home opener. We're live from Winsport Arena A, and we'll be back after this break. And you are watching CWHL Live.
Welcome to the start of the 2018-2019 Canadian Women's Hockey League season. Here at the CWHL, we are launching the season with a renewed energy, a united vision, and a commitment to excellence. Over the past 11 years, we've seen incredible talent and passion come across our league, and this year promises to be no different. The caliber of players and depth of our talent pool is unlike anything we've seen before. We have several recent Olympians joining our teams across the nation, and our draft pool was stronger than ever. This season, our vision is to continue to grow the sport of women's hockey. We want fans to see our players like never before, as strong, confident, and empowered athletes who make a difference through their passion for the game. We look forward to building our league's presence in our hockey communities and increase our levels of fan engagement. We've made strategic decisions to reduce our league to 6 teams to provide a more focused, energized game of hockey, while maintaining the strong relationship with our Chinese partners. The recent relocation of the Boston Blaze to Worcester is exciting for the league, the City of Worcester, and our players. We are thrilled to be a part of a growing hockey community and look forward to our future in Worcester. This year, we are thrilled to announce our first ever CWHL Hockey Weekend on Sportsnet's national broadcast. And we look forward to hosting the All-Star Game in Toronto, which will feature the top talent in the league. As the Markham Thunder defend their Clarkson Cup championship, we are on course to witness another contentious battle for the Clarkson Cup. At the Canadian Women's Hockey League, we pride ourselves in the excitement and product we put on the ice and are so proud of the communities we have behind us. Thank you for your continuous support of the CWHL, and we look forward to seeing you at more games this season.
Richer than you think.
So the third period just about to get underway here at Winsport Arena A at Canada Olympic Park. The Inferno with a 2-0 lead, and all of the goal scoring coming in that middle period of play. The first goal coming off of Brianna Decker's stick, her second of the season, and then Tori Hickel made it a 2-0 game. Not only was it her first goal of the season, her first ever CWHL goal, and hey, this is cool, it was assisted by her sister.
Yeah, what a great opportunity to have your first CWHL goal assisted by your sister and on home ice. So it was a great goal, really nice pass from her sister, and a great shot by her.
And not to forget about Zoe Hickel, she's had a pretty good night herself, a couple of assists. So good to see a little bit of balanced scoring. That's always been something the Inferno have been good at, I've found over the years. Balanced scoring has been a thing. The depth, it's always something that this team has excelled at.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's been consistent through all the seasons with the Calgary. Their just ability to find scoring across their lines, even if it's coming from forwards to the defensemen. It's been definitely one of their strengths.
So you can get social with the CWHL. Follow at the CWHL on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and you can join in on the discussion. Calgary's next game is tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. here at Winsport Arena A. And if you didn't hear the announcement earlier this week, that game will be broadcast live on Sportsnet 960 The Fan. The first time in North America that a CWHL game will be live on the radio, and Jenna and I will have that call. So a quick turnaround for us too. We'll be back here at 10:30 a.m. You'll be able to listen if you can't be in person on Sportsnet 960 The Fan. And they also stream, so just head over to their website. If you're not from Calgary, you can still listen in. Bellamy now for Calgary. She gets it to Decker. Nice cross-ice pass to Johnston. Johnston with speed into the Shenzhen zone. Trailer. That puck goes wide on that short side on Nora Ratu.
Shenzhen's really going to have to adjust the way they're playing defense. When you're playing against the torpedo system with 4 offensive players in your zone, you really have to be aware of who you are covering and have your stick on them, because there's just so much movement and so much going on. At times you almost feel like you're penalty killing.
Yeah, Coach Shannon Miller telling us earlier this week that they are playing the torpedo formation. And for people who don't know, Jenna, what is the layman's term of a torpedo formation, if you can sum it up quickly?
You know, it's interesting. So it's really designed to have as many people on the offensive end. You have 2 torpedoes, 2 halfbacks, and they all play offensive. And then you have your one libero who kind of sits back, and they become your defenseman, you could say. And all it is it's all about transitioning. It's all about getting pucks to the net. It's all about creating those odd man rushes and really making those other teams feel like they're being surrounded by a bunch of torpedoes. So it's a fast-paced, aggressive, fun game to play as a player, but it also exposes you to a lot of odd man rushes against that solo man that's left back.
So yeah, there you go. Torpedo in a nutshell. That's the formation and the style of play, puck possession, that the Calgary Inferno will be playing this season. And we've seen it here tonight. Players like Bridget Laquette really pinching up top, not so much playing in that natural blue liner position. Chance now for Turnbull and Jenner. Hovey also in deep with Jenner. Jenner gets it back to Laquette. Laquette shot. She was aiming for that top corner, but didn't miss by too much. Nice shot by Bridget, though.
If Shenzhen's going to get back into this game, they got to start creating some more offensive opportunities. They had a great start in the first period, and as the games progress, they've started to slow down a little bit. Perhaps that's a product of playing 3 games this week already, plus that travel piece. But they've got to find a way. This is part of how the season goes, and every point is going to be so important this year, as the teams are just so deep and so equal across the board this season.
Yeah, we saw that earlier today. Nice shot by Bizukami as Nora Ratu will hang on, as Markham suffered its first defeat of the season, the defending Clarkson champion, that coming at the hands of Montreal. But like you said, parity is a thing now.
Yeah, and I read an interesting stat about Markham and how they actually hadn't lost since I I think it was 2017 or something like that. They finished their season on a winning streak and then went through the playoffs winning and then ended it with a Clarkson Cup. So it's been a while since Markham's actually seen and felt a loss, and that goes to show again, you know, this league is just going to be so close, and every point's going to matter, every game's going to matter, and any team on any given night has the opportunity to pull out a win.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. People are always like, oh, it's a cliche when somebody says every point matters, but it does.
Especially in a season like this, they don't play 82 games, so those games, every point literally does matter. It comes down to the who makes playoffs and who doesn't.
Johnston now centers it out for Leslie, as well as Decker. That puck is bouncing around, and Bellamy will have to skate back and track it down in her own zone. Bellamy plays it for Decker. Decker leaves it for Leslie. Leslie flicks it in. Jin will come and get it for Shenzhen. Played behind by Zoe Hickel. And Calgary will now retreat back. Good back check there by Johnston. Johnston looking for some space. Gets it to Decker. Nice job by Decker there. Looking for an opportunity. Centering pass. And that misses Turnbull. Turnbull hangs on, gets it to Johnston. Johnston was looking for the tip. Turnbull dumps it back in. Gets caught up in a little bit of equipment there. And the puck is sent down into the Calgary end. Lanes. Lanes for Shenzhen. Good stick battle behind the Calgary net. And Bridget Lequette takes over now. Lequette to Turnbull. And an opportunity for Hovey. Hovey one-on-one with Nora Ratu. And great save by Nora Ratu.
Again, Nora Ratu just coming up so big for Shenzhen on another full breakaway there by Hovey.
So Calgary, some good pressure as Jenner dumps the puck in for Turnbull. Turnbull gets it to Lequette. Lequette dumps it out in front. Turnbull will get it from in front of the Shenzhen bench. Loses the puck, albeit momentarily. Played to Jenner. Doesn't look like she was expecting that. And now Carpenter with some legs for Shenzhen. She's going on one-on-one with Kurzaniak. Beats her and is unable to finish that play, but really beat Hallie Kurzaniak inside there.
Yeah, great wheels by Carpenter. She's just trying to get anything going here for her team. Trying to get a puck on net and just lost it at the last moment.
Murray gets it over to Curio. Curio to Murray. Was leaving it there for Hickel, but Hickel wasn't there in time, and a chance now for Shenzhen as they dump it in. Played behind the Calgary net, played out in front, doesn't get good wood on that, cleared out of the way by Mizukami. Takes a bit of a bounce out in the slot, goes over the net. Bunton now, Bunton for Shenzhen.
Bunton had a great opportunity there and just couldn't quite get enough of her stick on it to get a good shot away.
Willoughby now for the Inferno. She's coming in on the left side, skates out in front, good save there. And Willoughby takes a bit of a fall. And we'll get an icing call. That sounded really bad, but I think it's just the acoustics here in Winsport Arena A.
Yeah, they got a little bit tangled up there along the boards, but both players popped up pretty quick.
It is a 2-0 game here. We're in the third period. The Inferno leading the Rays. 15:09 left on the clock. Decker in on the face-off, and she'll win it. Gets it back to the point for Bellamy. Johnston to Decker. Over to Leslie. Leslie takes it to the half boards. Leaves it for Hickel. Shot out in front. Leslie tries to get in on goal, but it goes wide. Shot by Johnston. That puck is blocked, and Nora Ratu elects to just dive onto that, not give Johnston another chance there.
Yeah, Johnston's a little disappointed with that one. She knew she had a great opportunity there. And again, a Shenzhen player just getting in front of that puck, making sure that whenever it does get to the net, it's not a great shot and that their goaltenders has opportunity to cover it up.
So Jenner now taking the face-off for the Inferno. Taken away, though, by Shenzhen. And we got a foot race here. Really nice job by Bellamy. She's got some wheels. She tracks back nicely. Rigsby will get it to Bellamy. She looks for the outlet pass, but that's intercepted. And Calgary back defending as a unit, as they'll exit as a unit as well. Bit of a trip there. Chance for an opportunity. And Johnston able to get that away.
Great save by Rigsby. Decker again just blew a tire there.
Decker with speed. Looking for a centering pass to Leslie. Doesn't get through. Paddle is down for Nora Ratu, and that puck goes into the corner. Good pressure here by Calgary, leaving it in the Shenzhen zone. But the team from China able to come away with it. Everybody for the Inferno back defending. Shenzhen in for a line change. Calgary just some difficulty here getting it out of the zone. Centering pass, nobody there. Unable to keep it in.
Oh, that was close. I thought she almost held the line there. That was a good break there by Calgary.
So it remains a 2-0 game. 13:36 here left on the clock. Inferno in the lead. This is their home opener weekend. Second game goes tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Same place. Nice face-off win for Jenner. It goes deep into the Calgary end. Laquette. Turnbull loses the puck. And that one just over the net of Alex Rigsby. Turnbull. She gets it to Jenner. Jenner with speed. Goes behind the Shenzhen net. And Shenzhen will now track that down. Turnbull takes over. Turnbull for Calgary. She'll get it to Kurzaniak. Kurzaniak takes it in herself, looking for some reinforcements. She's got one on that left wing, looking for Hickel. Puck bouncing out in front. Willoughby gets it to Johnston. Johnston with wheels. She deflects, and it looks like Nora Ratu is going to grab that fluttering puck with her glove and hang on.
Calgary's really pushing here. You can see that line of Decker's been out quite a few times, so it's interesting to see how Shannon Miller, even though they're up, 2-0, which isn't a huge league, she continues to roll those players, her top lines, really pushing for that third goal.
Face-off win here for visiting Shenzhen. Bellamy's able to keep that alive at the point. And now a foot race into the Calgary end by way. Centering pass, nice job, hops over her stick though. And Calgary now looking to counterattack.
Bellamy's been really noticeable on those plays tonight where she's the last one back and has just made so many great plays to make sure that Shenzhen hasn't been given a great scoring opportunities on those odd man rushes.
Great spell of possession there. Yeah, sorry to interrupt, Jenna. She's been fantastic. There's a great spell there by Johnston, and incredible how she can just have that puck like it's on a string.
Yeah.
Shenzhen now with an opportunity on the far board, looking for a centering pass. Nobody there, though, and they'll track it down behind the Calgary net. Played on the near board to the point. Jinju gets it in. Good save there by Alex Rigsby. She hasn't had a whole lot of work this period. Leslie now for Calgary. Takes it into the Shenzhen zone. Leslie circles around. Space for Leslie now. She stick handles, looking for some options. Mizukami comes to the point. Mizukami back to Leslie. Back to the near wall. Mizukami on the point. Fluttering pass. Nice save there by Ratu. Drives it into the corner. Goes back into the Calgary end. It'll be played by Hickel into the middle of the ice. Turnbull. Back to Hickel. Gets it to Turnbull. Into the Shenzhen zone. Centering pass for Jenner. Jenner can't get her stick on it. Possession of the puck now. Back to Kurzaniak. Tries to get it over to Jenner, but she had tried to go for a line change. Jenner, though, still with the puck behind the Shenzhen net. Jenner circles around. Laquette will join her on the left wing. Laquette by herself there. Shenzhen clears that out. Looking for a foot race, but I think she's exhausted after a lengthy shift in her own zone, and Shenzhen going for a change. Calgary now. Kurzaniak circles, leaves it for Laquette. Laquette to Decker. Decker back to Laquette. Looking for an outlet pass, but that's intercepted. Chance now for Shenzhen. That shot goes wide. And we'll get another penalty call here. Bridget Laquette takes one. At the 10:17 left here in the third period, Calgary nursing a 2-0 lead, but probably not the ideal time here to take a PK.
No, you don't want to take one here. There's still lots of time in the game, so you don't want to put yourself into a position where you're man down and giving Shenzhen the opportunity to get back into this game. Shenzhen's had some really good pressure. You can see they're starting to gain a little bit more momentum. They've had a little bit of a lull through the second and beginning of that third period, so they really need one here if they hope to get back into this game and put them into a position to tie it up.
So it's actually Kurzaniak who ended up taking that penalty. So she'll serve her second of the night. Good face-off win there for Decker. Really like how strong she's been in the dot this evening, both in the offensive and defensive zones. Shenzhen will set up. Wong on the point to the half boards. Now to behind the net. Half boards again. Nice shot, looking for a deflection. Alex Rigsby drives that in into the netting on the near side.
Yeah, she wanted to make sure that she was redirecting that puck to safety, whether it was going straight out. The key is just that it doesn't end up right in front of her.
So 9:55 left on the clock. It continues to be a 2-0 lead for the Inferno, and they'll be down a player for another minute and 37 seconds as Hallie Kurzaniak is serving a penalty at the moment. Chance for Calgary to clear. That gets centered out into the slot, looking for options. She was looking for the one-timer, and a short-handed opportunity now for Calgary. Bellamy and Brianne Jenner. Jenner was looking for a deflection there in front of Nora Ratu, but really good job there by the Shenzhen defender to tie up that stick. Loom trying to get the puck back for Shenzhen, and Calgary just killing off some valuable time on this penalty. A minute and 3 seconds left here.
Again, you can just see the speed of Bellamy there, creating that 2-on-1 on the penalty kill. Her ability to get her feet up ice and get moving is incredible.
Mizukami defending now for Calgary. That puck is played behind Rigsby's net. Mercer gets it over to Woods on the point. She plays it behind the net. Good battle out in front right here. Trying to get it back to the point, and she's able to. Alawa. Nice shot there from the slot, but nobody's there for a redirection on Alex Rigsby. Good job by Calgary to get that puck down the ice. 8:38 left in this period, 20 seconds left on the PP. Bunton with the puck for Calgary, for Shenzhen. And Calgary will take over, killing the remaining seconds here on a 2-minute penalty to Hallie Kurzaniak.
That was just another great penalty kill there by Calgary. That's what they needed. They were getting their bodies in front of the puck. Decker had a great block there. Gives them the opportunity to get that puck down. They created a 2-on-1 on that penalty kill as well. So they should be really happy with how their penalty kill's been going.
Bellamy takes a fall there. The Calgary bench calling for a penalty, but doesn't look like an arm's going up, so Calgary will continue. Leslie with the puck now. Leslie down the right side.
I've been really impressed with Leslie tonight. I think she's been noticeable. She played her university hockey at Boston University, and I think she's really had a lot of impact tonight.
Yeah, she is a CWHL rookie, 22 years old. Like you mentioned, Boston University. She was drafted by the Inferno this year in the second round. So good game for Leslie indeed.
Yeah, she's been a great addition to this roster.
7:27 left here in the third period. The Inferno with a 2-0 lead in their home opener for the 2018-2019 season. Just killed a penalty, and they've been perfect thus far on the PK. Calgary's in a good spell of possession here as they're able to keep it in over the blue line. And Shenzhen will have to regroup. They look for some options. By way leaves it for her defensive partner. That puck gets caught up in the equipment of Turnbull to Hovey. Hovey looking for Murray. She goes in and out. Nice save there by Nora Ratu. And no rebounds there. Ratu decides she'll hang on. Really like what Dana Hovey did right there. Just took it upon herself to make a little bit of space, and just drive in front of Nora Ratu.
Yeah, it was a great play, just getting herself into a position where she could drive that net and get that puck on net and create something with Blair Turnbull right there looking to bat home a rebound. But once again, Ratu there to cover that puck up quick.
Jenner with a face-off win. She got it to Laquette at the point. but that puck bounces out of the zone. Laquette now. Nice pass in the neutral area to Jenner. Jenner had that puck get caught up in her skates. And now Mercer for Shenzhen. She fends away one checker.
Yeah, Jenner was almost gone there. If it wasn't for that skate blade, she would have been gone on a breakaway. One thing that I've really noticed about Calgary, one of their parts of their games that is just so strong is their transition game. They make so many really quick, short passes, and the only way that that can be successful is if you're supporting, and they're doing a great job of that tonight, just making sure that there's always someone supporting the puck so that when they're put into a position where they're pressured, all it takes is a nice, quick little tap pass, and they're going the other way.
So 6 minutes, 18 seconds left here in the third period. Calgary with a 2-0 lead. We'll see how they manage these last 6 minutes here. It's been relentless pressure from Calgary for most of the game, given this new torpedo style that they're playing at the hands of new bench boss Shannon Miller. And we're going to get a call here. It happened in front of the Calgary bench.
Yeah, it looks like Calgary's going to go onto the power play here with just under 6 minutes to play. This is an unfortunate break for Shenzhen. You don't want to be taking a penalty when you're down 2-0 with such little time in the third. You can see Woods disappointed on that call.
Yeah, the defender will sit in the box for 2 minutes or less. Emma Woods this season, she actually has 4 points in 2 games, so it's been a good showing for the Shenzhen defender. Calgary with a face-off win as they're on the power play. To the point for Johnston. Johnston looks for some options. She goes to the wing. Nice deflection there. But Nora Ratu's able to keep it out. Back to the point. Bellamy slapper. That one goes off someone's leg into the corner. Decker, she scored one tonight. Cross-ice pass to Johnston. Johnston to the point. Bellamy looking for options, but unfortunately that gets away from her. And Carpenter now with speed, short-handed. She's looking for a centering pass. Nice save by Alex Rigsby to keep that puck out of the net.
Great save by Rigsby there. And you know, it's interesting. We talk about how good Montreal's power play is, but as we're standing here and we're watching, we have Johnston, Bellamy, Decker on the same power play. That's not too bad of a lineup either.
And that's the truth. That's a lot of Olympians on the ice at one time. Miller, really nice chance there. Space created for Bunton. Bunton will take it back.
Another block shot for Decker.
She's done a little bit of everything. Miller, nice give and go through her legs and great save. Wow, flashing the leather, Alex Rigsby. She said, not today.
Miller can't believe that. She thought that one was going in for sure. That was a great play by Bunton and Miller at the blue line. Even better save by Rigsby. She's just been great when she needed to be so far tonight for Calgary.
Yeah, really like the way she's played. Very aggressively at the top of her blue paint. So we'll get a face-off here. 51 seconds left in the Shenzhen penalty. Jenner wins that draw. Laquette gets it over to Turnbull. And we'll get an offside call here.
Wonger's really played a great game too for Shenzhen, which is expected, of course, but her ability to just keep pace with some of Calgary's quickest forwards is a huge asset for Shenzhen.
Yeah, we talked about Jessica Wong throughout the evening, bit of a homecoming for her. She was a member of the Inferno, and now she's giving back to her culture, her Chinese culture, by playing for Shenzhen. So kudos to Jessica. 36 seconds here left on the Calgary power play. Laquette gets it over to Jenner. Jenner dumps it in. She plays it in on Nora Ratu. Ratu decides that she's going to hang on. She'd like to have a face-off in the zone instead, and that's what's going to happen. 4:23 left on the clock. Calgary with a 2-0 lead.
She almost looked like she was going to try to fire that puck down herself until she realized how fast the Calgary player was coming in on her.
Yeah, it's... maybe don't want to do that with Brianne Jenner barreling down on you.
That was a good choice on her part.
Jenner, another face-off win. She's been great in the dot tonight, as has Decker. But a bouncing puck, and Carpenter's able to get a hold of it. Short-handed, and wow, that puck is bobbling in the blue paint. The puck kind of handcuffed Alex Rigsby just a little bit. But Blair Turnbull and everybody coming onto that crease and just basically setting up a bit of a bridge or a wall and making sure that it didn't cross the line. But I would probably say that's one of Shenzhen's best opportunities of the night.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that puck didn't go in. Wong was right there on the doorstep with that puck sitting there, but like you said, Turnbull and Lequette were right there to make sure that she didn't get a stick on it, and I think they bailed out Rigsby there on that rebound.
She's been good for them tonight, but sometimes you need to help out your goalie a little bit too, and that's what they've done. She's made 26 saves tonight. Remains a 2-0 game, 4:13 left on the clock, 16 seconds left on the Calgary power play. Outlet pass to Loom. Loom gets it over to Carpenter. She leads Shenzhen in points this season, 5 in 3 games. Pickle now. Centering pass. Uratu uses her blocker to get that one out. Johnston keeps it in. Ooh, that stretch pass just out of the reach of Leslie. Zoe Hickle plays it to the open board. Decker's going to have to curl back. She gets it over to Bellamy. Bellamy to Zoe Hickle. Johnston. Calgary's on a line change right now, so not a lot of support in the Shenzhen zone. Good job by Shenzhen killing that PK there. And we should get an icing call here, and we do. I thought that might have hit Krasaniak's stick, but it looks like it didn't. So a face-off heading back at a pretty crucial time here. 13:19 left on the clock as Calgary with a 2-0 lead. If you're the coach of Shenzhen, at what point do you decide to maybe pull your goalie? I know it's maybe a little bit too early, but
you know, it's interesting, and I would say on average, most of the times that goaltenders are pulled are within that 2-minute mark, but you never know. Some coaches are a little bit braver, and they're willing to pull that goalie a little bit earlier, especially if you're down by 2. You need to generate something. You need a goal here in the next minute and a half if you have any chance of tying this up. So I'm guessing that the Shenzhen coach right now is going over some kind of play that's going to get them into the offensive end to set that puck up so that they can pull their goaltender and get that 6-man on.
Yeah, so Shenzhen KRS Vanke raised head coach Bob Duraney calling a timeout here, getting his troops all in order as they're down by 2. Not too much time left here on the clock, around the 3-minute mark. If you're Shannon Miller, what are you telling your Calgary troops?
Well, I think the key when it gets down to this time of the game is that you need to just continue to stick with the plan. You don't want to change anything too much. It comes down to the personnel that she chooses to put out there. And like we said, Calgary's so deep. She has so many players that she can pick from. But yeah, you want to stay with it. Keep all the puck needs to stay to the outside. You need to make sure that any pucks that do get through to your goaltender, that players are picking up the other team, making sure that there are no second opportunities, and hopefully avoiding any type of icing, because you don't want to put yourself into a position where they get an offensive face-off.
So head coach Duraney actually now calling over the officiating staff. Not sure what this particular discussion's about.
This is coming down to the fact that he called a timeout, and he probably had a line change there on the timeout, and the referees are discussing whether or not that's legal, or if he has to actually keep the same players on the ice.
Yeah, of course, like you mentioned, it was an icing that happened before that, and the rule is you have to keep the same players on the ice that were on during the icing call.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to actually have a line change. I think you can call a timeout, but you can't actually change your players.
So a bit of an impassioned talk here. Head coach Bob, I don't think he's too pleased. Wondering what's going on. Shaking his head a little bit, but
so they're actually going to give him a penalty for this.
We'll see if it's a delay of game or unsportsmanlike conduct. And unfortunately, I mean, the rules of the game are the rules of the game, right?
And the worst part here is Calgary now gets a change because they reset here, and they have the opportunity to get out who they want.
Okay.
I am not sure what's happening here.
Yeah, I haven't really seen anything like this.
You know what this is going to be? Is it has to actually be someone that's on the ice taking the penalty.
So everything's by the books. Interesting set of events. Bunton obviously not happy as she throws her stick on the ground as she heads to the penalty box, and Calgary will play the majority of what's left of this game on a power play. Shorthanded opportunity, though, now for Shenzhen. 2-on-1. Chance now, and she goes wide.
There's a little bit concerning. Decker looks like she's injured here. Something happened along the boards, and she barely made it to the bench. She's curled over there on the bench. Hopefully she's all right.
She is one of the goal scorers this evening. We'll have to keep an eye on her, see what happened. Chance now for Hickel. Nice drop pass to Lequette. Lequette now. She gets it over to Krasaniak on the point. Nice slap shot opportunity for Murray, but she fans on that one a little bit. Leslie on the near boards. Puck battle here in the corner of the Shenzhen zone. And Shenzhen with a minute and 2 seconds left on that penalty. Will clear it down the ice to Rigsby. Rigsby playing with fire a little bit there, but she'll leave it for her defender. Over to Lequette.
That was a good play by her, just getting Shenzhen to kind of hold up a bit, bite, and then able to make a nice pass.
Nice slap shot there by Brianne Jenner on the left wing. But an equally good save by Nora Ratsu. So 2 minutes and a second left here in the third period. 2-0 is the lead for the Inferno over the visiting Rays. And the Rays sit in the penalty box for another 43 seconds. It's been a pretty dramatic closing few minutes of this game.
Decker's back on the ice, so that's good to see. She must have just had a stinger, maybe a puck to the foot. But she's back out there.
She's been one of the standouts today, so glad to see that she's okay. Johnston with the puck now. Curls it around the net. Back to Johnston. That puck gets deflected into the corner and actually hits the netting, so we'll get another face-off here. Just a reminder that Calgary returns to action tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. as they close out their home opening weekend with the second of this game versus the visiting Shenzhen KRS Vanke Rays. Face-off coming out of the Shenzhen zone. Decker wins that face-off, but it ends up in the Shenzhen section of the ice. Bellamy will track it down for the Inferno. She elects to give that to Johnston. Johnston loses the puck. She fights in a good battle there, but with Carpenter. Carpenter and Johnston, now Decker. Calgary dumps that in via Leslie. Yes, they have indeed pulled the goalie with about a minute and 16 seconds left.
Yeah, players out of the box, so it's now 6-on-5.
Johnston a chance with the open goal. They got to avoid that offside, and unfortunately, looks like they did not. So a minute and 5 seconds left. The Inferno are not too far away from their second win of the season.
And that offside isn't a bad thing to take because it forces Ratu to go back into the net.
Turnbull with the puck for Calgary. 58 seconds left here. Calgary with a 2-0 lead. Jenner parked out in front. Hovey's got the puck for the Inferno. Hovey circles around, leaves it for Turnbull. Jenner tries to take over. Chance now for Calgary. Back to Turnbull. Plays it to the point, but it gets away from Lequette. Lequette to Krasaniak. Krasaniak on the line to Jenner. Bunton. She'll take over for Shenzhen. 28 seconds left here. Jenner hangs on to it. She's got it in her skates on that right wing deep in the Shenzhen end. Behind the Shenzhen net now. Hickel and Jenner battling for the puck. Bunch of white jerseys there. That puck goes to the neutral zone. Back to Krasaniak. Krasaniak centers around. Gets it over to Lequette. Lequette to Hickel. And that'll do it. The Calgary Inferno win their second game of the season, 2-0. Alex Rigsby gets the shutout, her first ever in her CWHL career.
Yeah, just a great game by her. Although she wasn't tested consistently throughout the game, she certainly faced a lot of on-man rushes, a lot of good opportunities when Shenzhen did create something. So she made those timely saves, which is so important. She should be proud of that shutout tonight.
Yeah, both goalies, though, really putting on a clinic in this particular game. No set of saves were better than the other. It was just solid goaltending from opening whistle to closing whistle.
Yeah, I think overall, again, that goaltending piece played a big part in this game today. As you can see, the shots were 33-26, so lots of offense, a lot of opportunities by both sides, and both goalies really were truly up to the task.
So just getting a look here at the scoring summary, Brianna Decker, and I will say all of the scoring happened in the second period. Brianna Decker, her second of the season, making it a 1-0 game. And then Tori Hickel, her first goal of the season and her first ever CWHL goal. She gets the insurance marker to make it 2-0. The really cool part about this, it was assisted by her sister Zoe, who also had a couple of assists tonight. And good to see.
Yeah,
I like to see the new faces. They're making their mark on this team.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, when you think of how long the Inferno have been in Calgary now and just seeing the progression of it from the beginning to where we are now, I think this truly is the first season where you're really seeing a lot of new faces and the future of the Inferno. And it was exciting to see tonight, and I think it's going to be a great season to just see them progress and continue to get better.
So if you are head coach Shannon Miller, and you know you have a game at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow, do you give Alex Rigsby another start coming off of a shutout? Or would you maybe elect to play Belanger or Post?
You know, it's hard not to give Rigsby the start again, because after her performance today and her performance in Montreal, when you want to ride a hot goaltender, and they do have time off throughout the week, so it'll be interesting to see what she chooses to do. She has options as well. We know Post was successful last year in the CWHL, so she certainly has other goaltenders that she can trust and go to, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Rigsby again, and I think that's just going off of the fact that, you know, at the end of the game, we were still seeing Calgary's top couple lines. She was still pushing forward. She was putting out the players that she wanted out there to try to continue to put the puck in the back of the net. So I think she just has always had that winning mentality, and I wouldn't be surprised if she continues to have Rigsby in net tomorrow.
Now, something I wanted to talk to you about, and we didn't really talk about it during the game, but I thought that Brianna Decker and Brianne Jenner were unbelievable in the dot. I haven't had a chance to look at the face-offs won today, but when it came to a crucial face-off, whether it be in the defensive zone or in the offensive zone, they were winning it more often than not.
Yeah, absolutely. Both those players obviously come with a lot of experience, but they're strong, and that's a big part of it, is their ability to just out-strengthen in the dot and then get body position, whether or not that puck is lost or not, was really evident today. And like we've said before, faceoffs become such an important part of the game. The game's all about possession, and you gain that possession off the faceoff. So yeah, I would agree they both did a great job in the dot tonight.
And if you were watching with us tonight, and perhaps this was your first Inferno broadcast of the season, head coach Shannon Miller, she's new this season, and this is her first season in the CWHL as a bench boss, and she has adapted what they call a torpedo style of play. And Jenna, if you don't mind explaining it one more time in layman's terms, now that we have a little bit more time, what exactly is torpedo?
The idea is essentially you almost have four forwards, so you have you can break it down into the torpedoes, the halfbacks, and then your libero, your D-man. And so what it is, it's all about getting that puck moving forward and creating lots of offense by having four players that can interchange within the blue line, opposed to having those 2D that continuously stay up high on the blue line. So it makes it hard for other teams to defend, because like I said before, there's now four players consistently moving, transitioning in your zone, and you're just trying to keep tabs on your players. So it's a hard system to play against. There are some benefits and some drawbacks. It oftentimes ends up with some odd man rushes as well, because you do only have really one D back. So you got to be careful. You got to be quick at back checking.
And of course, you're putting a lot of responsibility too for your blue liners, who maybe aren't used to playing as offensive as they are playing as a stay-at-home defenseman as well.
For sure, and the big part of it is just you have to really trust that you have some solid D, and in order to play this, the coach has to have that.
Excellent. Well, why don't we head down to the locker rooms? Ramina is standing by and talking to one of our 3 stars on the evening.
All right, I'm here with Tori Hickel. Tori, that was your first goal, your first ever CWHL goal. What was that like?
Yeah, that was pretty fun, especially in front of our home crowd here in our home opener.
Yeah, and that feed was also from your sister. What's it like playing with your sister?
It's a special connection. I saw her going and I was going, so it was fun to get a pass from her there.
Yeah, and did you and Zoe ever dream of playing together someday for a professional team?
Yeah, it's been something that we've been wanting to do. We played 1 year in high school at Naha, but it is a lot different here playing professional.
All right, thank you, Tori.
Thanks.
So an excellent game for Tori Hickel. I think one she'll remember. What's it like? I mean, you come to a home opener. It's your first professional season. You're surrounded by maybe people that you don't know, and your sister's there, and she assists on your first goal. What a tremendous story. I'm sure, I don't know if the Hickels, maybe they were watching at home, I'm not sure, but that's definitely a moment to be proud of.
Oh, yeah, I can't, I'm sure she couldn't have thought of it as a better setup. Your sister passing, you able to score your first CWHL goal, and, moving to a new place and having a sibling is huge, so I'm sure they enjoy every aspect.
So we're going to start wrapping up things here. Calgary back in action tomorrow. It's a pretty quick turnaround because it's already 18 after 10 here on Saturday night. We're going to be back here at 10:30 tomorrow morning for a broadcast. It's going to be on the radio. It's going to be on Sportsnet 960 The Fan. A bit of a historic moment for the CWHL, as it will actually mark the first time that one of the games will be broadcast on a major market sports station in North America. So we're very excited for that, kind of getting Jenna prepped for the world of radio. It won't be bad. It's going to be exciting. I hope you guys can join us. So Calgary on the back of a 2-0 win. Alex Rigsby earns her shutout, her first of her hopefully many in her CWHL career. So join us tomorrow, 10:30 a.m., Calgary and Shenzhen. We'll sign up here from Winsport Arena A. Thank you so much on behalf of our production staff and on behalf of Jenna and myself for joining us tonight on this wonderful evening in October. Good night from Calgary. And a bonus interview this evening, we've got Ramina standing by with Nora Ratu from Shenzhen.
All right, I'm here with Nora Ratu. So Nora, this is the first time you're playing the Inferno since last time when you put up a shutout performance in triple overtime. You've been incredible to start the season off. What's the season been for you so far?
I mean, it's been good. Every game's going to be a battle for us. It's nice to have 6 good teams in the league, and today could have gone either way. Both teams played well.
Yeah, and you're living in China. You have been for the last couple of years. What's China like compared to where you're used to?
Well, China's different, but it's treating us well. It's warm out there. We have great facilities and great staff, and they treat us really well, and they treat us like true professionals. So I have no complaints. I like it there.
Yeah, and like you said, this game could have gone either way for both teams. So tomorrow morning, what do you guys think is going to be a little bit different to try to get some more offense going?
Well, obviously we need to capitalize more on our scoring chances. Rigsby's really good goalie, so we need to get moving her a little bit more. Now we were giving her too much time to get set, and I think today we really got going there in the third. I don't know if it's just the altitude or travel, but to being honest, it's really hard to breathe out here.
Yeah, agreed. All right, well, thank you, Nora.
Thank you.
So nice of Nora to stop by and chat with us. Actually, we weren't expecting the interview, so always good to hear from Nora Ratu. She's so well spoken. And yeah, she mentioned the altitude, which I think is really interesting because, of course, Calgary is one of the highest places in the world. So good to see her with good spirits. She had a great showing tonight, unfortunately on the other end of the ice, but she made some very crucial saves.
For sure, and I expect the same tomorrow. She'll be coming out tomorrow ready to compete, and hopefully from her side, some of her teammates can put a couple more in the net.
That's exactly what she mentioned in the interview. Well, for a second time tonight, we're going to sign off on behalf of myself, Jenna, and all of the production crew. Thank you so much for joining us. The Inferno back in action versus the Rays tomorrow at 10:30. And a big thank you to all of our sponsors. Have a great night.